What's up, everybody? It's Broken Bones here, and welcome back to another episode here on the Long Lost server. Today is episode 19, yes, and we're starting things out here at my new mob spawner, because just look at this thing, it's absolutely huge, and I wanted to show you guys all the drops that we got between now and last episode. So here we are at the killing chamber, which all the mobs drop down to their death and die. Then once soonly after they die, all their mob loot gets flushed out into these chests right here, and as you can see, these chests have been filling up quite neatly. And in fact, they've already filled up to the brim one time, and me and Irishside came over here and reorganized all the drops. So check this out. We've got nearly, 7 shulker boxes full of bones. We got 5 shulker boxes full of string. We've got 6 shulker boxes full of gunpowder. We've got 6 shulker boxes full of arrows. We've got 1 shulker box full of witch drops, and then these 2 chests were just extra. So, but man, we have literally got the drops coming in. I mean, I think this would be a little bit more impressive for you guys to see this in double chests. But I mean, just imagine that. That's 3.5 double chests of bones right there. I also wanted to show this thing to you guys in action because last episode there was so many people on the server after we got done building this thing, it wouldn't work. So it only really works when there's nobody on the server. So here we go. Let's see if we get any mobs flushing out of it right now. Let's see here. We got one other player on the server. So there's a couple mobs. There's a few of them. So it looks like it's still not going to work because we got one other player still on the server, but that's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So when the server's completely empty though, this thing really pumps them out like it does in my creative world. So, but nonetheless, as you guys can see, it does work. It works a little bit, especially when there's somebody else online. But anyways, we have ourselves a really big plan for today's episode because today we have ourselves a multitude of work. To start things off, we have this mess right here. That is our construction site right here by the mob farm. I still have a big old mess right here too, which is the construction site for the slime farm. And once again, my house has been pranked. As you guys well know, I decorated my house with the jack-o'-lanterns for Halloween, but Irish Lad had pranked me with all the torches, and now someone else, I believe Necrotic Zombie, has come over here and pranked my house by putting an outline of all these melons on it. And if we walk inside, you can see that Necrotic Zombie has filled my base full of pumpkins as well. However, Irish Lad has come inside and taken down all the torches out of the inside of my house. So with all this work that we have to do today, it's going to be a rather challenging episode because there's a few things that I actually really want to do. One of those things is actually decorate my house for Thanksgiving because Halloween is come and gone. It is now time to remove all of these decorations and get ready for Thanksgiving. And with all the new mob drops that we have in the mob farm, I thought it'd be a good idea to come over here to the shopping district and open up a new mob drop shop. And as you can see here in the shopping district, there's a lot of new builds popping up. There's a new blimp right here, which is probably the most biggest one here in the shopping district. This here is done by Pro Cameraman, and it's just looking fabulous. That thing's looking awesome. Then we also have a tree shop, which is a wood shop right here by Necrotic Zombie. We also have a enchanted weapon shop. You can see the enchantment table with the 2 picks on top. That one's done there by Iron Giant. And so yeah, we've got a lot of new shops popping up. And you guys know my shop right there in the back, the Slime and Gold shop. We built that a few episodes ago. So, but yeah, this is one of the things I wanted to do. And so with all this work that we need to get done today, I think we better go get started. So we're just going to grab all of this stuff right here. And some of this stuff right here. And then put a lot of this stuff in here. And then grab all the other chests over here. And now I have to organize all this stuff right here into these chests over here. And once again, we finally have a nice, neat, and tidy storage area. Everything is all put away and nice, neat, and organized, so we're ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and head on up here because we have a few things that we need to get started on. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and decorate for Thanksgiving on my house, and that entails cleaning up all this inside and out. So, but as you can see here, we have a shulker box. The shulker box here is filled with wool of all different colors because I have a really cool thing that we're going to go ahead and build. We're going to be building a turkey on top of my house. So I thought that would be pretty fun for Thanksgiving, and this was provided by Night Angel. So I have 5 diamonds out of my inventory right here. We're going to go pay him a visit because I believe these are his shulker boxes as well. Well, I've got 5 diamonds for you.
Okay.
Here's 5 diamonds. And then I also believe you had 2 gray shulker boxes. Did you have a black one too?
I don't remember a black one. The gray ones I remember. But...
Cause look at the black one. It's got Bones written on it. But I didn't make one named that. It's not my name. But.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, you want that one?
Sure.
I don't know whose it was. But yeah, that could be yours. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you about maybe for the mob shop that we're doing coming up, because we're going to need a lot of carpet in there. I've got a really cool idea that I've been working on in creative mode, and it requires some colored carpet, and it also requires a lot of colored soccer boxes and some colored glass. So maybe if you want to work on that, I could actually handle everything else, because there's a lot of redstone in it. There's a lot of cool stuff that we're going to do in there. So maybe if you could take care of that, and maybe there'll be some more diamonds in that for you.
Yeah, just give me a list of what you need.
Alrighty, cool. I'll go and make a list, and I'll get that to you.
Alright.
Alright, man. Well, thank you very much, and I'll see you, bud.
Alright.
So here we are back in my base, and like I was saying, we've been working on some pretty cool ideas in creative mode. So I've been doing some cool decorating for Thanksgiving in creative mode, and I've also really got a really cool shop idea. So let's go and head on over to my creative testing world and go check all those out. And here it is. So this guy looks pretty cool, this turkey right here. I want to be building this guy on top of my house, and that's what all the different colored pieces of wool are for. So, and I pulled this guy offline. I pulled it off of YouTube by a YouTuber named PixelMania. She's a really cool YouTuber. She had a really good tutorial for this, so I went ahead and copied what she did here in creative mode, and I think I got a pretty good idea of how I'm going to build it in survival now. So, but I'll go ahead and include her link down in the description if you guys want to do this yourselves for Thanksgiving. And right over here is my new shop design that I've made in creative mode. So this is our new shop. Me and Night Angel are going to be going into business together, and this is our new mob drop shop. So we're going to be selling gunpowder, string, arrows, rotten flesh, and bones out of this place, and it's pretty awesome. This place is so cool. I mean, color everywhere, very eye-popping, and the redstone behind this place is actually really fun to build. I've actually used an observer for the very first time right here, and also there's a bunch of circuits back here that I actually created, and I've never used them before, so that was actually pretty awesome to do certain things. So this place was actually a lot of fun to build. A lot of new circuits that I've come up with. So pretty neat. And also, like I said, I've in the building part of it, I've never dabbled with this color before. I've never dabbled with colored glass or colored carpet or colored anything really, for that matter. So it should be pretty fun to go ahead and construct this. We've got a lot of people helping us. We got some people helping out with dyes, some people helping out with shulker boxes. So it should be good fun. But let's go ahead and show you guys how this place works. So as you can see, you can pay here 1 diamond per 3 stacks of mob drops. So if you look in here, we got a diamond block in there, because diamond blocks are better than diamonds, obviously. But we'll be just charging diamonds. So if you press the button, it's just like my other shop. It does go into the system, and it lights up, showing you that your payment has been accepted. And then it'll prompt you right here to pick your drop, to flick the lever. So because my name is Bones, we're going to go ahead and flick the lever for Bones right here. And you can see that the light comes on down, just like so. Comes on down right there. Then it's going to go ahead and release a shulker box of bones, and it's going to go ahead and prompt us to flick off our lever. This way it's kind of like a dummy switch. It makes it to where the whole shop you can't get your items until the shop is ready for the next person. So therefore, now the shop is ready for the next person. The customer can now receive their items, and as you can see, it lights up over here, so you can pick up your drops here. So, and as you can see, open shulker box and remove drops, shulker stays. So let's go ahead and take our items out. The shulker box gets destroyed and gets put back into the system for me and Night Angel to reload. So I'm super excited about this shop. This place is really awesome. So I think it's about time that we get back on the server and actually start building this guy in a third-person time lapse.
I really, really want you to
And there we go. We have ourselves one Thanksgiving turkey all done and dusted on top of my house. So now we are completely ready for Thanksgiving. We have our decorations up, so this place is looking pretty good. And I wonder what this thing also looks like from other areas around the server. You can see it pretty good over here at Katie's house. And you can even faintly see it right here from Alex Christo's Floating Islands. And with that being said, I think we've done one heck of a good job. This turkey is looking amazing, and my house is looking spick and span. No more melons and pumpkins on the outside, no more torches on my roof. Not only that, we've also organized all the shulker boxes from the projects that we've had in the previous episodes, so we're doing pretty good. But we're not done yet. We still have my shop to do, which is over there in the shopping district. So, and here we are at the shopping district, and this place is looking really amazing. It's starting to really fill in. There's not much space left to actually build anything. But yeah, this blimp here looks amazing. That's done by Pro Cameraman. We have a new hotel popping up by Punk D3. Alex Christo's making some headway on his chocobo. He wants to make a shop that looks like a chocobo. I'm not exactly sure what he's going to be selling out of it. And then if you look in the back there, we actually have a bunny house. That's actually really cool. That looks awesome. So, but that's not actually part of the shopping district. But like I said, we're running out of room. This place is actually getting really crowded. And my shop is 23 blocks by 20 blocks. So it's pretty sizable. And I wanted to actually think about maybe building it over here on some flat land. But then again, this area right here, look at it, you're kind of like way in the back. I don't really want to be in the back, so I kind of wanted to be somewhere up close and local. And I thought, here is the exit to Long Lost Rails. This is where a lot of the customers to this area come out. So I thought maybe if we built it right here in the water, we won't be too far away. But the issue is that we don't have enough room between the rangefighter's shop and the land to build my shop. It's actually just, it squeezes me right up on his shop, which isn't good. So we actually want to have some room in between his shop and mine. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting out some of this land right here and terraforming it to make the water encroach a little bit closer into shore. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And actually, oh my gosh, I can't even believe this. I was about to actually get started on a third-person time-lapse, and I don't have any of the materials gathered. I suppose we better go make a material list and figure out what we need to build this thing. And believe it or not, we have just about everything to build my shop, minus a few things. So, if we look on over here, we have all the stone slabs we're going to need. We got all the spruce wood we're going to need. We got all the redstone bits and bobs we're going to need. We've also got all the knickknacks that we're going to need. And we've also got all the andesite we're going to need. Then over here, we had Night Angel, who helped out getting us some dyes for our shop. And also some purple carpet, like I showed you guys in the creative world. And then also, we have some blue shulker boxes. We have a whole double chest here full of blue shulker boxes provided by Striker. So, we're going to be making some more shulker boxes, and in fact, we got to make 4 more double chests full of shulker boxes with all these different colors. So what that means is I'm going to have to come over to this farm and go ahead and get a bunch of chorus flowers. And the reason why we're getting chorus flowers is because here on the server, we don't have any more shulkers to actually fight in the end. We have over 80 plus players that have joined the server, and in that time, all the shulkers on all the end islands have already been gone. So what we do is we actually access creative mode, and we trade these chorus flowers in for shulker shells. And I'm going to have to get 8 stacks of them because, as you guys know, it takes 2 shells to make 1 shulker box, and we need 4 shulker boxes, or 4 double chests full of shulker boxes, which means that we're going to need about 8 stacks of these flowers. And at this rate, I think I'm going to have to build myself a whole nother farm. I mean, look at this. I've only got 5 chorus flowers. I've already been here for about 5 or 10 minutes, and every single one of these is gone, and I've only got 5 of these things. I need 8 stacks. But in order to create my own farm, I need a bunch of this stuff right here, end stone. And as you can see, I've only got 1 more bit of it left because we transformed the rest of it into end stone bricks for my other shop. So the plan is to gather up about 2 stacks of this stuff. We're about stacking 40 right now, so we're almost done. And I think with that many plants growing all at the same time, we should be able to reach 8 stacks of chorus flowers in no time. And with that being said, I think I am correct. This is 128 chorus plants all growing at the same time. I think I'll be able to grind these flowers out, be able to get 8 stacks in no time. Progress is good. We've got ourselves about a stack. We just got ourselves a stack right now of chorus flowers. So, we're looking pretty good. We've done this in about 10 minutes. So, if we got 8 stacks to do, that should mean that we got about an hour of this to go. But, we've actually got some help. We've got Deranged Fighter and we've got Night Angel, who's actually donating a couple of stacks to me. So, that means we don't have nearly as many to get. So, really, we've only got about maybe half as much to get now. We've only got about 4 stacks to get. So that means I've got about maybe a half an hour left of grinding out. And just like that, we have ourselves enough coarse flowers. We finally have over 7 stacks. In our inventory, we have another stack here that Deranged Fighter gave us, plus a whole stack of shulker shells. And now we've torn down the farm. The farm was just a temporary farm. It was meant to get me all those shulker shells very quickly, which it did very well. But we cannot leave this thing up. It was just meant to be temporary for a couple of reasons. Number one, it wasn't even built on my property. There's spawn map right there on this side of the wall. On this side of the wall, this is Bobo's map. I wasn't even supposed to be building over here, so shh, don't tell anybody. And by the looks of things, it looks like Night Angel's actually come over to my house and left me a shulker box with all these coarse flowers and shulker shells in it. That's awesome. So between the donations we got from Deranged Fighter and Night Angel, we now have just over 2.5 stacks of shulker shells. So what that means is that we have just over 5.5 stacks of shulker shells still left to go. And so what we've done is we've got about 6 stacks of coarse flowers here, and I'm going to show you guys how we actually turn those into shulker shells right now. So what we do is we actually access creative mode. So we're going to have to go into creative right here. Creative mode right there. Turn my own game mode into creative, okay? Then what we do is we actually go into the creative menu and we delete all of these flowers, just like that. Delete every single one of them because I've already earned them all. Then what we do is we actually find where the core shells are. There's the core shells. Okay, now that was 6 stacks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and there we go. That is how much we have. We'll go ahead and put ourselves back into survival mode, and now we have, let's see here, about 8.5 stacks of shulker shells. And I almost forgot. I have to make chests for every single one of those shulker boxes. That means I'm going to have over 4 stacks of chests. And there we go. And lastly, we are here at the mob farm to pick up all the mob drops that we're going to be using to stock our shop. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be picking up 6 full shulker boxes of each type of mob drop. Finally, we are now ready to start building my shop. So what we have to do now is we actually have a lot of terraforming to do. Like I was saying earlier, we have to rip out all this dirt. All this land right here we need to rip out, make it to where the water can actually come in a lot closer. So that should make it to where my shop should have enough room in the water to fit in between the shoreline and Deranged Fighter's shop. Plus, we're going to have to do some water draining too. My shop actually sits in the ground 3 blocks. So that means that we're going to have to build a floor, build some walls, and then drain it all out underwater. So we're going to go ahead and cut out all this land and drain out all that water in a really cool third-person time lapse.
Yo, DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.
Heck yeah, this place is looking awesome. All this terraforming really did a good job, and I like the fact that we have our shop right here. I think this will turn out pretty good, having a waterfront property like this. And then also, just the terraforming in general, having the water being up closer, I think it looks really good. So, but nonetheless, like I said, we're going to get started with some of the redstone. So, what we have here is we have some glowstone right here. This is mainly for lighting, but also, like I said, we're going to have carpet in here, so this is all going to be carpeted. But this is all to remind me where the redstone stuff goes. There's a couple levers that go in right here. There's a dispenser that goes in here and a dropper over here. So we have all this stuff in our inventory down here. So let's get started. So to start things off, we're going to be installing our payment collection system. That's going to be right here. That's going to actually be a block right there. We're going to come around on this side and actually put a dropper in just like this right here. So that way the customer can put a diamond in that dropper and put it right into the system right there inside of a hopper. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a button on there, so when they put their diamonds in there, they can hit the button and it'll get sent into the system. Now the system is going to only take diamonds because we're going to put an item sorter right here. So let's go ahead and come down here. We're going to go just like that, like that. There we go. Now what we need to do is we actually need to build our item sorter down here just like so. So let's go ahead and delete that block. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to jump on over, put a comparator just like so with some redstone dust right there. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to come on down here just like so. We're actually going to throw 3 blocks just like that, and then one more down there just like so, and delete that one right there. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to throw a torch on here just like that with a repeater just like so, and then another bit of redstone dust on the back of that one right there. That is our item sorter all done. Now what we need is we actually need a temporary hopper that's actually going to go right here. Let's go ahead and put that in the right direction right here. We're going to put that in that direction just like that, because that's going to be going into a dropper vader later. So now let's see, if we go ahead and put our diamonds in here, let's go ahead and put these diamonds in here. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. There we go. All right, cool. We have 22 items in the system, so that means if the customer puts an item in the dropper, only an item should go, or only a diamond should go in the system. So let's go ahead and hop up here and test out our system. So let's go ahead and put a diamond in here real quick. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Hit the button on the dropper. Now if we look down here, that actually did it. We got 1 diamond in the system. Perfect. Next up, we're going to go ahead and send this diamond right up into a dropper vader. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right over here, pillar up 2 blocks with 4 droppers on top of those. So let's go ahead and crouch, 2, 3, 4, there we go. Now what we need to do is we need to put a hopper into the bottom of that one. Now what we need to do is we actually need to power this guy. So that power is going to come from right here on the back of that item sorter right there. What we're going to do is we're going to put some redstone dust down just like that with a block right there. That's going to power that block. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to come on this side and put in a hopper clock just like so. What we're going to do is we're going to put an item in here, and that's going to make it to where this thing will actually pulse only when this thing is turned off. So let's go ahead and put a comparator just like so, coming out of that one like that. We actually need to put 1 item in here, so let's go ahead and put a piece of dirt in there. That's fine just like that. That item will stay in there, and when that torch turns off, it'll go ahead and flow in here, and this comparator will detect it. When that comparator detects it, it's going to go into a block just like so with a torch on top just like this. That's going to go ahead and go into another block just like so with a torch on the face of that one just like so. Let me go ahead and pillar up here really quickly. We'll go ahead and build the rest of this guy right here now. Let's go ahead and put a block on the face of this one right here, and go ahead and put a torch on the face of this guy right here and on the back of this one right here. Next, we're going to go ahead and put a block on top of that torch just like so. Put another torch right here, and then we need to pillar up 1 more block. Put a block right here with a torch on the face of this guy right here, and that is all that done. Now, if we go ahead and put another diamond in the system, we should see a diamond pop up out of the top of that guy. So let's go ahead and put a diamond in the system, press the button, and we should see our diamond flow up here shortly. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Now it's time to run the hopper line, which needs to go over from our dropper vader all the way over here to the 5th item selection spot, which is, as you can see with the glowstone, 1 2 3 4 5, this is the last item selection spot. So we're actually going to need to run our last hopper right here and run this all the way back to that dropper vader. Now our diamond hopper line is complete. That extends all the way to the end here to the very last item selection. Now what we're going to do with that diamond coming through the system is we're going to do some various things. One of those things is we're going to prompt the customer that their diamond has been accepted into the system. And one of the ways that we're going to do that is we're going to take a comparator with a repeater coming out of this one right here. Then we're going to put a redstone lamp right here, just like that. And we can also break that block right there. That's just temporary to help me get that lamp on there. And we're going to have lamps going all the way around here. So let me go ahead and get the rest of the comparators in. and now all these are in place. So what this is going to do is it's going to prompt the customer that their diamond has been accepted into the system. When their diamond goes into the system, these comparators are going to detect that, and when it detects that, it's going to send that redstone pulse into these redstone lamps. So as you can see right here, we have some diamonds. We have some diamonds right here in the system. Let's go ahead and press the button, and as you can see, we get prompted that our diamond has been accepted into the system. But now that's no good because our system takes the diamond all the way over to here. As you can see, we got our diamond right there. We need this diamond to actually sit tight for a second while the customer actually makes their selection. And in order to do that, we're going to have to detect whenever the customer makes a selection. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and lay some redstone dust down right here, which will turn on whenever the customer has finally made their selection. And that's going to run a signal all the way over to this repeater right here, which will have a block on its face just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run a diagonal torch tower just like so. It's going to be kind of weird. We're just going to be going up at a diagonal just like so, just like this. Let me go ahead and get another torch on the face of that one, and another block just like there. We need another torch on the back of this guy right here, just like so. Then we need one more block just like that. How many is that? I think that's 4, right? We got 4. Now we need a torch on the back of this guy right here. Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to temporarily destroy this guy right here. Let's go ahead and collect that hopper right there. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a block right there with a torch right there, and now we can climb back out and put the hopper back. Let's go ahead and put that hopper back in our inventory just like so. Now that item will sit there until, the diamond will actually sit there because it's locked until the customer has actually made their selection, which will invert that torch. Now the other thing too is we actually want to prompt them to make a selection. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to prompt them to do that. So let's go ahead and put a comparator just right here. Let's go ahead and put a comparator out just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a block on the face of that comparator just like so, with another block right here and then another block right there. Let's go ahead and take that guy out. I misplaced that there. Let's go ahead and put another block right there with some redstone dust down right here. Now whenever that diamond comes into the system, it'll light up this lamp right here. So let's go ahead and put a diamond in the system here. Let's go ahead and uncrouch here. Let's go ahead and put a diamond right there, and as you can see, it lights the system up. So now if we come down here and press our button, just like so, we should have the whole system functioning. We should have this light up here to prompt us that our diamond has made it into the system. Our diamond's going to come around, and then it's going to prompt us to go ahead and make our selection. So next, we're going to go ahead and put in our item selectors. So now if we come on down here, we should be able to hit our button just like so, and it should prompt us that our diamond has made it into the system, which it does, and then it should wrap on around here and prompt us to make our selection, which it does. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put in our item selectors. Those are going to go right here, right here, right here, and then we're going to put redstone lamps on the faces of all those just like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run levers on the faces of all these guys, and then we're going to come around back, go and start having some fun with some redstone. So we're going to put some redstone torches on the faces of all these guys just like so. Just like that there we go. Now what we need to do is we actually need to put a block right there just like that. And then we're going to run a sticky piston out of there just like so. Let's get our sticky pistons in here just like that. Those should be powered. Yes, they are. Perfect. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and run redstone blocks on the faces of all those sticky pistons. Now, if the customer makes a selection, it should let the diamond go into the slot. So let's go up here, go ahead and flick our lever just like so. There we go. It unprompts the system, and our diamond should come all the way down to the end because we don't have that part ready yet. We got some redstone in the system too, but at least we know it works. Next up is all the lighting. So when the customer actually makes their selection, their diamond's going to move down the line from this spot here. And we want to give them a little show, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put comparators down at every single one of these, and that's going to go ahead and power all of these redstone lamps, just like that. But we don't want the diamond just to go all the way down to the end. We want it to fall only where the customer has made their selection. So how we're going to do that is when the customer makes their selection, it's going to unpower this block, which will unlock these hoppers right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make little hopper chains just like that, every other block just like so, at every single item selection just like that. Here, I'll go ahead and do the other two on camera right here for you guys. There we go. So that's all done. So when the customer makes their selection, it'll go ahead and unlock that hopper, allowing the diamond to go into the system. And depending on which item the customer has chosen, we're going to want to release the chosen item to the customer in this hopper line. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and come up here, and we're going to take a comparator output from each of these hoppers right here. We're going to go just like this on all 5 hoppers, just like that. Now we're going to come on the backside here. We're going to put torches on the backside just like this, right here, right here, right here, and right here. I know it's kind of close up for you guys, but that's what's going on there. Now what we need to do is we actually need to pillar up here and get back up on top, and go ahead and put in some more hoppers going back back into this line right here. So these torches right here are locking the hoppers, because what we're going to do now is we're actually going to put some double chests on top of these hoppers. These double chests are going to have the shulker boxes that are going to contain all of our mob loot that the customers are going to go ahead and buy. So whenever that diamond goes into the system, it should unlock that hopper, letting one of those shulker boxes go into the system. This next part is potentially the most important part in the entire shop, the diamond collection system. So what we've just done is we've put some hoppers underneath the diamond collection area of these hopper streams right here. And this is going to go into one hopper stream, which comes all the way down here, which we're going to put a double chest right here, which will go ahead and collect all of our diamonds now. The only issue is that this hopper is going to suck the diamond out before this comparator can detect that. So to hold that diamond in there just long enough for that comparator to detect it, we're going to go ahead and lay some repeaters down right here, just like so. We're going to come all the way down here just like this in front of every redstone torch, just like that. Oh my gosh, I'm getting stuck a whole bunch right here. Let's see, let's go ahead and break that guy out. Let's go ahead and put some more repeaters down just like that. There we go. And put some redstone dust down just like that. That's going to go ahead and lock that hopper, making it to where the items won't come out until they are seen by the comparator. Next up is our shop stock indicator. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that all of our chests here are full with stock, and if they're not, it's going to go ahead and let us know. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and come out and just like this with comparators coming out of each and every one of these just like that. There we go. Jump up there just like that with torches on the face of these guys just like so, on all 5 of those guys just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump up and we're going to put repeaters in here just like that. Let's go ahead and jump up all the way there just like that, and we're going to put repeaters on the front of these guys too. We'll come back to these later. We're going to put repeaters on every single one of these, just like that, and then over there too. There we go. Put these up here, and then these guys right here. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to put redstone dust underneath each and every one of these, because we're going to power this with a line of just like that. There we go. That should power these, letting us know that our shop is empty. So as you can see, these lights turn on when the system's empty, and if we come back over here and we put in any item, any old item in the system, let's go ahead and put just one item in the system, that goes ahead and does the trick. Let's go ahead and look at that. I put repeaters down instead of comparators. Alright, so I've swapped all those repeaters out for comparators now, and as you can see, this one torch is off. Those 4 are on, and that's because we have some stock in our shop. So if we come over here, we should see that our light is not turned on, meaning that we have at least one shulker box left in the system. Alright, we're almost done. We have 2 sides of my shop done, and we have 1 more left to go. So far, we have our diamond payment system. We also have a lighting bar that will prompt you, letting you know that your diamond has made it into the system. We also have a prompting bar that will let you know to go ahead and make your selection at this time. Once you make your selection, the diamond will go ahead and go into the system, and it will release whatever item you have chosen into that hopper line, which will bring you around right over here to the item collection system, where the customer can actually collect all their purchased items. And to build that, we're going to have to start from the ground up, which means we're going to have to build it a little bit backwards. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go to the very end of our shopping process, which is our shulker box collection system. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a chest right there with some hoppers going into that, just like so. We're going to go ahead and crouch place some hoppers in there just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to lock that hopper by powering this block right there with some redstone dust wrapping around just like so. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a block right there with a redstone torch on that one, and that locks that hopper. We need this hopper to lock because the shulker boxes with all the mod drops in there are going to be getting dispensed right on top of this hopper. If that hopper wasn't locked, it would suck the items out and send them right into the shulker box collection station. So that's not very good. But we do want it to be turned off. We want it to be unlocked whenever the shulker box is finally empty. But we only want it to unlock for a split second so it's ready for the next shulker box. So how we're going to do that is we're going to come right on over here with a comparator. This is our wall right here. This is our magma block. I'm just using the correct block because that's for decoration. So what we're doing is we're going to put a comparator right there. Like I said, our shulker box is going to get dispensed right there. This comparator will read that through that block. That's going to send a signal into that torch, which will invert that, which will go ahead and turn that redstone off right there. That redstone is going to go right into a sticky piston, just like that, with a block on its face. This is going to come right over here with a repeater right there with 2 ticks on it, with some redstone dust like that, with a block on top of that guy right there. Now, if we come down here, we should be able to take our shulker box right here. Let's go ahead and put that on there. As you can see, that sets the system up, but the hopper is still locked. Now, once we go ahead and take that item out, it'll unlock just for a second and allow the shulker box to actually be passed through.
Now I've gone ahead and ran this mob drop hopper line all the way over to this point right here because it's finally time to put in our dispenser. So it is now time to wire that one up. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put in a block right here just like that, and another block in here just like that. There we go. We're going to put repeaters on both of those just like so. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a block on the side of that one right there, and we're going to put another block on the side of this guy right here, and one on top of this one, and then another one on the back of that guy right there. There we go. We're going to go and put some redstone dust right there with a comparator coming out of here just like that. That's going to go ahead and detect any time that there's a shulker box in this dispenser right here. It's going to power the system, dispensing the shulker box out onto the hopper. So now that our dispenser is in place, if a shulker box was to get released into the system, it would come all the way down the line and get dispensed right here on top of this hopper. But we don't want that to happen right away. The customer's going to have to make a selection. They're going to have to flick this lever, one of these levers right here, and we need them to flick it back off so the shop's ready for the next customer. So we're going to have to install a dummy switch, which is going to take place down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull redstone power from this line right here, which is going to come out just like that and come all the way over here to the wall just like so, and that's going to come up into a block just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to put some redstone dust right here, and we're going to put a block here just like that with a repeater there and 2 repeaters right there. And then on top of that block, we're going to place a redstone torch just like that with another block on top just like so, with another redstone torch up like that, and that'll go ahead and lock that hopper. As you can see, our redstone torch is on, and that's because our customer has made a selection and hasn't reset the system yet. So they're going to go ahead and reset the system, and as you can see, the torch turned off, which is going to allow the shulker box to pass through the system. But what we're going to want to do with this is we're going to want to prompt the customer to go ahead and flick that lever off. We're going to want to tell them that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tell them that with a comparator, which is going to come out right there. Anytime the shulker box comes through the system and gets stuck, this comparator is going to detect that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run a small diagonal torch tower up to the top just like this. We're going to go ahead and come up just like that with a torch on the back side of that guy right there, with one more block on top of that one right there, with one more torch on the side of that guy right there. And as you can see, that's going to go ahead and power that one up, but it's already powered because our shop is empty at the minute. So the customer is going to come in here and make a selection on the system. That's going to release a shulker box into the system coming over to this point right here. This is going to prompt them to flick their lever back off, resetting it for the next customer, which will allow their shulker box to come right here and get dispensed out onto this hopper right here. At that point, the customer will be able to access their items, take all the contents out, and then what we need to happen next is we need a piston right here to go ahead and break our shulker box. When the shulker box is finally empty, this torch will turn back on. So we're going to go ahead and pull power from that right there. We're going to go put some redstone dust up there like that with a sticky piston on there just like that with a block on top just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a repeater here on 2 ticks just like so. That's going to run into a block. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here, put a piston on down there just like that, and I don't have any half slabs on me. And there we go. All right, just like that. So if we go... Alright, let's give our little system right here a test. So if a shulker box comes into the system right here, into this dispenser, it should get dispensed out. So let's go ahead and test everything. So that gets dispensed out, and as you can see, the system does retract, so now it's ready for us to actually access the items and take them all out. So we're going to take out our 1 dirt block, and that's going to go ahead and get broken and put down into the system. So now that we have a working system down there, the last step is to actually prompt the customer that their shulker box has arrived. How we're going to do that is my favorite part right here. We're going to get to use an observer block for the very first time. So we're going to put that observer down just like that, and then what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a sticky piston out here just like so. We're going to come right over here just like that, and we're going to put redstone dust on top of all this right here just like that. That'll go ahead and power that whole line with a redstone block on the face of that guy. Now, let's go ahead and test our system once again. Let's go ahead and grab that shulker box here. Let's go ahead and grab this guy just like so. Let's go ahead and put some dirt in there, whatever that is. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and put that in the system and test it out. So if our shulker box gets delivered into the system, let's double check here. Bam, there we go. Our shulker box is now here. Let's go ahead and remove the contents. The shulker box gets broken and the lights turn off. Awesome. And now we have a fully functional shop. We have the payment system, we have the item selection system, and we also have the shulker box dispensing system where the customer can actually collect all their items. So we're just about done. The last part of this build is actually making it look nice, because even though we have a fully functional shop, it's not looking too good at the minute. It's looking pretty bare. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and decorate this entire place in a really awesome third-person time-lapse.
Hone your skills. Look, boy, you in the danger room. Yeah, you in the danger room. Come on now. It's like a dream. Everything moving fast, but you moving slow. Change the tempo, watch, we on time. Hey, now you know. Listen to the rhythm we giving them, we bringing it with passion. Smashing, you should just move to my groove. Case in point, watch how I improve. Then the automator is ready, you know we're hater, a music motivator, and I'ma show you later. But right now we getting down. You frown, cause I surround your sound with rhythm that's raw rhymes that really get you. Do your silly you like a Philly and I split you. Hit your hard style showing out. Exhale long and blow 'em out. Yeah, you in the danger room, come on now. Yeah, you in the danger room, come on now. Look, boy, you in the danger room. Hone your skills. It's like a dream. Everything moving fast, but you moving slow. Hone your skills. Look, boy, you in the danger room. Yeah, you in the danger room. Come on now. It's like a dream. Everything fast, but you moving slow. It's like a dream. Everything fast, but you moving slow.
Heck yeah, we finally have ourselves a mob drop shop, and it's looking really good. Can't get over how good this place looks. So let's go ahead and check on inside. As you can see, we have our sign up, Bones by Day, Fly by Night, and that's night as in Night Angel, right here at the mob shop. So if you come on inside, check out the inside. This place is just looking absolutely amazing. Over here, we have the payment accepted when light bar flashes. Let's go ahead and use our system here. 1 diamond for 3 stacks of mob drops. Pay here. So we have our diamonds still in the system. Let's go ahead and hit the button, and the payment has been accepted when the light bar flashes. That's good. Then it's going to prompt us to please make a selection and pull the lever. So let's come on over here. Let's go ahead and pull the lever right here, all the way over here at Bones. Let's go watch this light come all the way down. There we go. Awesome. It's going to go ahead and release the shulker box full of items, and the shulker box is going to come down the line and prompt us to go ahead and use that. So let's go ahead and use that, and we actually only have 1 shulker box left, so that's actually out of stock now. So that's actually a really cool feature, that if it's actually out of stock, it lets us know right away. Please flick your lever off. Please flick off your lever to receive your purchase. So we're going to go ahead and flick this lever off, the selection that we made, and as you can see, it's going to go ahead and drop right in here and give us our bones. So there's our bones right there. Mob drops are ready for pickup when lights are on. So the whole lighting system is on. Open shulker box, remove items, leave shulker box, it will break. So if we go ahead and remove our bones, you can see that it gets broken and gets put back in the system. So we have ourselves a fully functional mob shop. I hope you guys really did enjoy the episode. This shop was a lot of fun to make, and I hope you guys all had a really happy Thanksgiving. I had a really good Thanksgiving. Hope you guys ate a lot of turkey and had a lot of fun with all your friends and family. So hope you guys were all safe. But that's it for me today, guys. I hope you guys really did enjoy the episode. If you did, please remember to hit that like button, and if you really liked it, please subscribe, and as always, please remember to share this video with all your friends. I'm Broken Bones, and I will see you guys next time. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.